A moment of crisis for the United States. A Marine division on the move. Modern fighting equipment flown into the forward area. An American naval base is threatened, and the Marines move in. Their mission? Protect the base from attack. Stand ready for counterattack if necessary. Within hours, the Marines are dug in. The latest weapons and equipment are in position. Fighter aircraft go aloft to intercept possible enemy attackers. Behind this fighter screen, poised to seek out and strike down any invader who penetrates the fighter aircraft defense, is HAWK. An efficient light anti-aircraft missile battalion with deadly HAWK missiles ready for firing. Inside Battery Control Central, a team of fighting Marines experienced in the science of missilery, watching, waiting for the spot of light that means enemy aircraft, target for the missiles on the launchers nearby. To each of these Marines, the sum total of all his training and experience can pay off at any instant. One finger pushes one button, and a HAWK missile speeds on its way toward an enemy aircraft. So simple, yet only so because of all that has preceded this moment of crisis for the men responsible for the maintenance and operation of Marine missiles.
All right, privates, this morning is final drill. Now those drill evaluators are going to be looking down their nose at every movement you make. Platoon 379, all in.
It all started here at boot camp. That's the way it is in the Marine Corps. Every man must earn the right to be called Marine before he assumes any specialized responsibility. Nearly 2 centuries of fighting tradition stand behind the title United States Marine, and all of the sweat and strain of boot camp seem forgotten when a recruit is received as a full-fledged member of the Corps. But the end of boot camp is only the beginning for a Marine. He moves on to ITR, an infantry training regiment. Here he learns more about the fighting tactics required of every Marine. And he learns how to use the modern fighting weapons of today's Marine Corps. It is in ITR that a Marine is most likely to hear of the variety of missiles used in the Marine Corps and how they are used to carry out the Marine Corps mission. In the air, missiles add to the lethal striking power of Marine aircraft. Sidewinder, supersonic air-to-air missile with an infrared seeking ability, capable of homing on an enemy fighter or bomber aircraft and destroying it. Sparrow 3, also supersonic, with a different form of homing guidance and equally high kill probability in any weather situation. Radio-controlled bomb guided to its target on the ground by signals from the Marine aircraft. On the ground, HAWK, backbone of present-day Marine missile ground defense against enemy aircraft. A complete missile weapon system capable of acquiring the target, identifying it, tracking it, killing it. One thing the Marine learns early: the operation and maintenance of these very complex, expensive, and lethal weapons systems require men of high caliber, men willing to accept the heavy responsibility that automatically falls upon the shoulders of a Marine missile specialist. For the technically minded, the road to a missile battalion leads to school, basic electronics school. First, to acquire the background necessary to understand the complex electronic gear associated with guided missilery. Then, radar fundamental school, to learn how radars operate, for radar is the heart of many guided missile systems. In cooperation with the U.S. Army, Marine technicians then attend guided missile school to become thoroughly acquainted with the missile equipment itself, learn how it operates, how to maintain it, repair it. In the HAWK system, there are 3 functional groups. First, the acquisition and control group, consisting of radars that acquire and identify the target, and control facilities that assign the target to a missile firing group. Second, the firing group, consisting of illuminator radars that track the target, missile launchers tied in with the illuminators, the missiles themselves, and missile loading and handling equipment. Third and last, the maintenance support group, consisting of test equipment for checking missiles and ground equipment, and generators to supply power to the entire system. Cables are provided to tie all these groups and components together. By the time a Marine completes this training course, he is fully qualified as a missile technician, ready to join an operational missile battalion. In a light anti-aircraft missile battalion, the new missile technician is given a job on the team, working alongside men experienced in the maintenance and repair of the missile system. For the Marine charged with the operation of the missile system, the road to the battalion has been direct from the infantry training regiment. He begins by working on the job under the careful teaching and watchful eye of experienced operational personnel. The training he receives is practical, comprehensive. He may learn the operation of the radar consoles. He may learn to operate the missile loading and handling equipment. Whatever his job, when he has become thoroughly acquainted with the components of the system, when he learns how to function as part of the missile team, he joins his fellow Marines on training maneuvers in the field. Here then is the opportunity for the missile team to perform under conditions similar to those that might be encountered in actual combat. Missile personnel see that all components of the system are linked together, that radars are operating properly, that missiles themselves are assembled correctly, and checked for performance. Other personnel level up the launchers, load the missiles into firing position, stand by for simulated enemy attack. Inside the battery control central, other Marines watch their radar scopes intently. To them has been given the ultimate job of firing the bird, of knocking an enemy aircraft out of the sky. In command, the tactical control officer He too watches. In most situations, his missile battery functions as part of the larger battalion system, with assignment of targets and overall control exercised by the Battalion Operations Central. But the tactical control officer and his Marines must be prepared to operate the battery independently, for this would be required in many battle situations. Target sighted. The battery spots it at the same instant the battalion central sounds the alarm. A circle over the target. The aircraft failed to respond with proper identification. An enemy plane. Battalion Operations Central commands, "This one's yours. Get it." Target assignment. Fire control, Section A. Target accepted. The fire control operator at the A section console now has control of the kill. He starts searching the target area with his illuminator, the tracking radar tied in with the missile launcher. As soon as the illuminator radar finds the target, it locks on. When lock-on occurs, a ring appears on the scope. When the target moves inside this ring, it is in range. A missile may be fired. As a safety check, the tactical control officer has the power to stop the firing if further identification should prove the plane friendly. Or he can change to a new target. Or destroy the missile in midair. But when the target is clearly enemy, as in this training exercise, its fate is in the waiting hands of this Marine officer and his Marine missile specialists. The Marines listen to an audible radar signal from the target. If it disappears, they know the kill has been made. This kind of training gives a Marine confidence in his equipment, and more important, in himself. It is repeated as frequently as possible for the Marine missile team. The ultimate in Marine training, the battle exercise, a practice amphibious assault. This is where Marine missiles are put together with all the other modern Marine weapons in a total attack system. Aircraft take off to support the amphibious assault. Missile-equipped fighter aircraft clear the airspace over and around the beachhead area. Any enemy plane trying to penetrate this defense is met with the full force of the Marine air-to-air missiles. Attack aircraft work over the enemy's key installations ashore. Down below, Marines in landing craft hit the beaches. Helicopter-borne assault troops are deployed inland to take key terrain features. Once the initial landing objectives are secured, Marine aircraft move ashore to operate from portable carrier-type landing strips. A stripped-down version of a Hawk battery, called an assault fire unit, is moved in by helicopter to provide an immediate missile firing capability until such time as the complete battery equipment can be brought across the beach. The heart of this capability is a compact version of a fire control console called an assault fire command console. The battle exercise continues. Marine aircraft seek out and destroy the practice enemy's ground positions. Marine assault troops move ahead to consolidate the captured areas. The heavier equipment of the Marine Hawk Battalion is unloaded on the beachhead. Result, the full Marine Hawk Battalion ashore and operating, a smooth, efficient fighting team to protect the assault force from low-level supersonic air attack. So it is, when a real crisis occurs, Marine missiles are ready for action. These Marines are well-trained, alert, waiting, watching, 24 hours, day and night, poised for the kill. Let any enemy take heed. Seek to attack a position held by the United States Marines, and the full might of Marine missiles will be unleashed. Their mission, destruction.